last week we discussed up to the until the if and else is done. So we did a particular example and we discussed the example, right? It's not that I asked you to write it. I think I just went through the coding and I think I have shown you what's going on. එහෙම නේද ළමයි මම කරලා පෙන්නනවා නේද කොහොමද එක්සිකියුට් වෙන්නේ කියන එක ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක. Right, great. Okay, so let's go with the while loop. Okay, let me expand the screen. How do I expand the screen? Yeah. Can you all see the screen clearly? Okay. Right, so it's the while loop that we need to discuss, right? So it is not like there is no any difference when it comes to the while loop of this PHP, like comparing to the Python, right? So it's the while loop, and how we are going to use the while loop, we use the while keyword, right? And the condition within brackets. So as I told you, the only difference is these curly braces. So it indicates from where it is being started and from where it is being stopped, right? So it's the while structure start from here and ends from here. This is the other curly brace. So inside that there are two statements for the while. So what are these two statements? It's like echo $x, then $x plus plus. So $x starting from 1. So then after it will display 1 as the first iteration. Then it will increase its value by 1. So x will become 2. Then goes up again and checks the condition whether the $x is less than 5. Yes, still. So it echoes $x again. That means 2. Then it increased $x by 1. That means $x become 3. So then again $x 3 is checking whether it is less than 5. So still it is yes. Again echo statement works. So it prints 3 and then it increases up to 4. Goes back and check the condition again. Still 4 less than 5. So it is true. So the $x happens. That means 4 will be printed. Then increase the x by 1. X will become 5. Then goes up and checks. So now this condition is false because 5 is not less than 5. Right? So that means it's going to go straight away to this point. That means like it exits the while loop එක end එක තියෙන්නේ මෙතන. So exit to nama. This is the statement that they find. So it echoes after iteration. So it echoes after iteration. Right? Okay, people, is that clear? Okay, great. All right. So the same kind of things are going on with the do while loop. So in do while loop, the only difference is here they got word do, then the curly brace. So no condition explains here. Then the curly brace is closed over here, and at the closing point, the while condition is there. So these are the statement which belongs to the iteration, or like to the do while loop. So the only difference is like in the while loop, it's up here, the condition at the very beginning of the while structure. Here at the very last of the while structure, still both the structures are while. They come a while. So it will execute, or it will repeat, or it will iterate until these conditions stays true. Right? සත්‍යයි කියලා නැත්නම් හරි කියලා ඉන්නකම් විතරයි iterate වෙන්නේ. So here in this particular one, මෙයාගේ වෙනස මොකක්ද? Do while structure එකේ මෙන්න මේ statements දෙක, these two statements will happen or will execute at least once. එක සැරයක් හරි execute වෙනවා. Because the condition checks at the end. ඒ දෙක කරලා තමයි very first time එකේදී මේ දෙන්නව සිද්ධ වෙලා තමයි condition එක check වෙන්නේ. condition එක වැරදි නම් එතනින් නතර වෙනවා. But however, the steps belongs to the iteration happens at least once. Right? Then after, but here in the while loop, if the condition falls at the very first check-in, it will never going to execute these two things. Right? ඒක තමයි මේ දෙන්නක තියෙන major difference එක. Nothing else is different from here. So they have taken the $x as 5. So they do say they are asking to echo $x. So they put 5 to the output, and $x plus plus, so 5 becomes 6. Then it checks whether 6 is less than 8. So 6 is less than 8, it is yes. So then again echo $x happens, that means 6 is printed. Then $x plus plus happens, that means 6 will become 7, and checks the condition whether the 7 is less than 8. So it is true. So then again this happens. So 7 is printed, and $x plus plus happens, that means it will become 8. And now this condition goes false, because the condition is asking whether $x is less than 8. So, but now the value of the x is 8, so 8 is not less than 8. So it goes for this. That's why it's here. And now the problem of do while shows in this second example. So why the second example is showing that? Because here the $x equals 10. Now, in case if I'm using a while condition, so in the condition they are checking $x less than 8. So if it is a while, it will not enter into the iteration structure at any time, because $x is 10. 10 is less than 8 according to this condition. So it won't allow it to experience the repetition. That's in while condition. The method is do while එක නිසා while එක වගේ නෙවෙයි. So they come to the do, they echo $x, that means 10. They echo $x plus plus, not echoing, they will increase $x plus plus, that means it will become 11. Then after checks the condition. Now the condition is false, so it echoes after iteration. Right, so that's how the do while works. Okay, so then we are moving to the for loop, right? So the for loop, it says for, here it's a little bit different than the previous for loops. That means like the for loop that you have learned in the Python, right? So here, $x equals 10. That means, first of all, like $x is the variable of the for loop. So it is given the value 10 first, right? Then this particular condition will be checked. So if it is correct, like this will happen until this condition is true. Right, so that happens as a third one. Then as the fourth one, this is what's going on. So the value of the x will increase 1. Then again checks the condition. Go and check in the condition. $x less than or equal to 12. So earlier it was 10. Now it is 11. So 11 is less than 12. Yes. So it echoes $x. So according to the first echo, this was printed. And this is the second echo. Right. So likewise, after it will go and increase the value. So x will become 12. So 12 is not less than 12, but equals to 12. So then this will be printed. Then after $x will be increased into the 13. So when it comes to the 13 over here, 13 is not equals to the 12, neither less than 12. So 4 is done, goes back to, or like goes to the next line of the code. So for 4, it has its curly brace starting from here and curly brace ending from there. That's how the for loop is working. Is that clear, people? Right. Okay, people. So the next one is for each loop. Now, this is something you need to understand, right? It is something new, right? Because like we had that opportunity to work with a for loop in the Python with index type of variables like strings, like lists, like tuples, kind of things. So here in PHP, they are having this the list, or like the a particular variable which can hold a lot of values inside it is called the array. right? So the array is the one which helps us to put a lot of values inside one variable in PHP. In most of the programming languages, they use the concept array. Even in Python, it has given many different names, but at the end of the day, it's an array, right? So here the PHP array is defined like this. So like this is the name of the array. So it is something very similar as a variable name. Only difference is it uses the word array, right? Then inside that array, only one kind of data can be stored. So if it's going to store string data, it will only string data. Now Python is versatile than that. Python can hold any particular type of items in the list in a tuple. But in PHP, it's just one data type. So what they are trying to do with this for each loop, right? For each loop. So inside for each, as its condition, it says dollar color. Dollar color means like this particular variable, which we defines here, as dollar value. So dollar color will be referred as dollar value in the for each loop, and it says echo dollar value, and it gives us it with a BR. So when it comes to the for each works as an iterative condition through the list or through the array. So what it will be done is like dollar colors will be given the value. The dollar colors, that means, in other words, dollar values given the value of red, green, blue, and yellow. Right. So per iteration, this dollar value is going to assign with one of these values. First, it is red. In the second iteration, it will be green to the dollar value variable. In the third iteration, it will be blue. And in the fourth iteration, it will be yellow. So per iteration, there is a echo statement. So that is why in first iteration, red is printed, then the green is printed, then the blue is printed, and finally, yellow is going to be printed. Okay, is that clear, everyone? Yeah, we must have semicolon at the end of any every particular one. So yeah, I can see some of the things are missing. Yeah. Like on this echo statement, let me indicate that people, you need a semicolon over here, right? And over here as well. All right, please do the corrections regarding example number 1 and 2. Like normally at the end of any particular line, we should have the semicolon. And yeah, over here, other things I have in the semicolon. All right, Hari. Okay, Sanadi. Okay, no problem. Right. So you have the PHP output and the HTML output. So this number, the text box is taking any number. So once you have provide the number and press the generate table button, the PHP output should generate multiplication table, the heading, and then the first 5 multiplications of the user given value. That means if you provide 3, it will be 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. If you provide 2, it will be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 likewise. Right? Okay, so give it a try. I'll give you 5 to 10 minutes. Then we'll discuss this. Yes, Lamai. Okay, I received the Lalindi's answer. Let me see. Yes, how about others? Lalindi, HTML output. Yes, that is correct. Okay, so yeah, try to come out with a PHP output. Tinura, PHP file name එක මන් දීලා නෑ නේද? Yes. PHP file name එකක් ඉන්න මම මෙතනට දෙන්නම්. ඒක ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතලා එකක් දැම්මත් කමක් නැහැ. මම මෙතන ලියන්න. multi.php multi.php Okay, people, do you want more time or can we discuss the answer? Anyone who needs more time? Okay, Lalindi, let me see. All right. Yes. Though you don't need the angle brackets besides like dollar post, dollar underscore post, txt1. එතන angle brackets ඕනේ නෑ දුව. ඒක අර normal විදිහටම ලියුවනම් හරි. Okay. Yes, yes, you have gone with the for each. ඔ මම මෙතෙන්ද කිව්වේ නැහැනේ මේ මොන විදිහටද මේක යන්න ඕනේ කියලා. Yes, no problem. So හැබැයි ලලින්දී there will be a problem දුව. Like according to the number that the user is taking, we have to display. ඒ කියන්නේ දුව user දෙන number එකට අනුව PHP output එක හැදෙන්න ඕනේ දුව. You can't concrete it to a like first 5 multiplication of 2, right? So අපි Python කරනකොට ඕක ලිව්වනේ 13 14 හරි 15 වෙනි හරි ප්‍රශ්නේ විදිහට අපි ලිව්ව ඕක. අර user ගෙන් value එකක් අරගෙන ඒකට ගැලපෙන විදිහට multiplication table එක arrange කරගන්න. So the same logic is going to be there. Okay, so I'm going to do this. So just see whether you got it correctly. Right, so yeah. Yeah, first of all, I have to run the SAMP server. So I'm running it. I'm starting these services. Hold on. සමහර වෙලාවට අපේ MySQL 80 කියන සර්විස් එක ස්ටොප් කරන්න වෙනවා. PHP වලින් MySQL start කරන්න. It's some technical thing. Right. Okay, so we are ready. All right, now here I'm going to create both HTML file and the PHP file. All right, so oops, I'm sorry. So I'm taking a new file, a text document. I name it as multi-while.html. Oh. Right, and yeah. So let me create the HTML code. So inside the body, I'm taking form tags. So inside the form tag, it's an easy thing I need to do. I'm asking for the number. Input type text name txt1. That is what I have proposed to you. And I'm closing the input tag. And yeah, I need a BR. Put it over here. And then input type. I need a submit button. It should be the submit button, because like submit button has the ability to send the things from the HTML page to the PHP part, right? Submit, and the value I'm going to give generate table. All right, so yeah, that will be all. I'll save it. Let me see the output. Yeah, there you go. So I'll make it bigger for you. And I'll make some BR, so it will be nice to see. Right, okay, so I can put any number and I can click the generate table. So now I'm going to create the PHP file. So I'm taking new text document, and it is given the name multi. So the extension is going to be PHP. Okay, so multi PHP is going to be so I'm going to start PHP $PHP. So first thing, I'm going to echo multiplication table. And then I can import the value, or like I can capture the value from the text box, which is given from this, right? So to do that, I'm going to take a variable $x is equals to $_post within square bracket. I'm going to give txt1, right? So it will capture, I need semicolons at the ends, so it will capture the one which is thrown from this text box. right? So then my algorithm, that means I'm going to use a while. So now I can work with $x, right? And I really don't need that $x thing in my condition. So I'm going to show first 5 multiplication. So I need to iterate this for 5 times, right? So to do this, you can use a for or a while do, right? But for each, it's a little bit difficult one if we are thinking about. So to iterate the while loop for 5 times, I'm going to introduce a counter $C equals 0. Yeah, Lalinde, I'll go through it. Right, then I'm going to ask the question while $C equals I better take less than or equals 5. So then I need the curly braces. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to echo I need to echo what? The $C. I'm going to start $C by 1, so it will be easier for me to create. So I'm going to echo $C into $x. එතකොට user දෙන්නේ පහනම් මේ form එකේ මගේ මේ algorithm එකේ පහ මේ එකෙන් වැඩි වෙනවා. $x පහ අල්ලන් ඉන්නේ $C එකෙන් වැඩි වෙනවා. So I'm going to echo $x multiplied by $C. Right? So then I can use in traditional way $C equals $C plus 1. Right? So you can write this as $C plus plus or plus plus $C or $C plus equal 1. There are many ways that you can write. Okay, I think it is done. So I have to close the PHP file. So let's see whether this is working. So I'm saving it. Yeah, there's a small adjustment that I need to do over here. In the form, I have to say the action attribute, right? It should be http://localhost/multi.php, right? And method is going to be post. Okay, let's see whether this is working. Hopefully, right? So if I give 2, press generate table, hold on. Okay, we are getting syntax errors. What is this? Next $C expecting. Yeah, hold on. $C equals 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yes. I think I missed the brackets over here. Yeah, this is the problem. Let's check it again. Oh, yes. Now, people, it has happened. The only thing is I haven't formatted it properly. So let me format it. So like after each and every echo, I have to use a BR, right? So I can easily echo a BR like this, or else I can have the BR like concatenate onto this. All right, so let me refresh it. Oh, what is there? How did I miss the semicolon? Yes, I missed the semicolon. There you go. The 2 is still with the multiplication table, so there should be a BR at the at this as well. And Lalindi, I'll check what you were asking, like having BR at the outside, whether it is a possible thing or not when we are writing purely PHP, right? So I'll save it. I'm refreshing it. Yeah, there is a problem. So if I put this BR inside my double quotes over here, I think it should work. Yes. Lalindi, so like when you are, if the PHP code is written under a HTML code, අර අපිට ඕන තැන් වලට විතරක් PHP code එක තැන් වලින් දාලා ලිව්වා, then we can use BR like after the double quotes. මොකද එතකොට ඒක HTML code එකක් විදිහට අඳුන ගන්නවා. PHP purely ලිව්වොත් it should be inside the double quotes. Right? Okay, so if I try this again with a different number, so I'll give 5 and generate table. There you go, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Right, Lamai, is that clear? So I'll keep the HTML output for a little while. So just do any corrections, and if you got any alternative answers, just let me know, people. Yeah, Lalindi, your coding is perfectly correct. Right, so good try, Dua. Right, like, is there anyone who is still copying from this? People in the examination, writing just the multi.php will be enough, because my http:/localhost කියන එක උමනා වෙන්නේ මේ exam server එකේ දාගෙන run කරන නිසා. Yeah, anyone who is still writing this, copying from this? Okay, so I'm shifting to the other code, the PHP one. If you want, just let me know. Yes, Suzu.
I only use Php.
Wow, you are what? Okay, are we done, people? Is there anyone who is still copying from the screen? Okay. All right. So, yes. So we have done the while loop. So next, what we have is the functions, right? So yeah. So when it comes to the functions, it's a simple thing that you are going to understand, right? So what you have to understand is, now, if you can remember the PHP functions, how did we write the PHP functions? We use the def keyword and the function name, and then the brackets to indicate the parameters. Then we write the particular belongings to the function. So the same way, the only difference is in the PHP, you need the keyword called function. Then අපි Python වලදී පාවිච්චි කරේ මෙතනට def කියන keyword එක. Definition කියන එක indicate කරගන්න. But here we need the keyword called function, right? Then this is the function name. You can give any particular name, right? And that name is just a name which is under the rules of the definition of a variable. The only difference is it's not starting from a dollar, right? Variable එකක් නම් කරනකොට තිබ්බ නීති රීති ටිකම තමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඩොලර් එකෙන් පටන් ගන්න එක ඇරෙන්න පටන් ගන්න letter එක අකුරක් වෙන්න ඕනේ. ඊට පස්සේ ටික letters, numbers, underscore වෙන්න ඕනේ. Right? Then you must have this brackets. It can be kept empty, or you can put particular variables inside it. Those are called parameters. So after that, you need the curly brace to indicate what is the limit or what is the scope, right? Then inside or like in between the curly braces, this is the content which belongs to the functions, right? So then after, like we studied in the Python, function cannot be executed unless it is being called, right? So once the function definition is done, there should be a function calling, right? How we are going to call the function? From its name and using the brackets. So if you have nothing inside the brackets in the function definition, like you can see it over here, you don't need to pass anything inside these brackets, right? But if you got any parameters inside this, that means you have to pass it. Now look at the second example over here. They say function, the keyword ABC, the name, here within brackets $x, which we call the parameters or an argument. Then they call echo hello, then $x as the function belongings or like the function statements. So these are the two calling statements. See, it's the name of the function is there, and within brackets, the value to be passed to the function is there. So what will happen is this nima will be taken into the $x once it is being called. So now $x means nima. So it prints echoes hello nima. If you pass a 10, so the 10 will be assigned to the $x. So then it will echo hello 10. I'm sorry, hello 10. Why 10 is being echoed? It is because they are asking to echo the value of $x, right? So it echoes $x. People, is that clear? Right. Okay, so let's quickly write this down. So functions. You can have the heading, and first one is user defined functions. So name it accordingly. And write about the function with parameters as well. Okay, let me know when you are done, people. Okay, anyone who is still writing? Yeah, Lalindi, about your question. Hold on. Yeah, Lalindi, it's like this. Do I hear the variable Nima is the value Nima has sent in between the double quotes to indicate that it is a string variable. Anyhow, it is the thing which catch by the $x. So it doesn't matter what kind of a value that the $x holds. It prints with hello. Oh, hold on. What you are asking is correct. Api, make a change in on it. Lalindi, thank you for asking that. Right? Yes. It will do. Okay, what Lalindi is saying is correct. People, this should be changed like this. I'll make the changes in red color. So double quote should be end up from here, right? Then you should have a comma. Then the $x. Like this double quote should not be stayed here, right? Thank you, Lalindi. Right, so please do the amendments. And yeah, so by next week, we'll discuss about the return statement and go for some examples, people. So let's end the session from here just for today. And if the situation continues like this, I don't think it will be continue like this. It's going to be over soon. That's the gut feeling that I am getting. So we will be most probably finding each other on the physical class. So in case if we have to stay at home, remember we are going to take the class at the same time, like from 1 to 3, right? Because the havas venokota light නැති ප්‍රශ්න current යන වහින ප්‍රශ්න එන නිසා online ගන්න ටික we'll do it like this, people, right? So certainly the schools won't be there if that is the case, right? So let's have it from 1 to 3, right? Okay, people, so thank you very much. I'm going to end the session from here just for today, and the recordings will be available at the website. I'll put to the same player, right? Recordings බලන හැටි මතකයි නේද ළමයි? Right, you can visit the starlabs.lk, right? පොඩ්ඩක් videos බලලා තැන change වෙලා ඇත්තේ lesson recording Starlet's recording. So here, 2022 English medium. So I'll upload it like later in the night or like early in the morning, right? So you will be able to see it as the very first video. The මෙතන තියෙන්නේ අන්තිමට December 21 upload කරපු එක. ඒකට උඩින් very first video එක තමයි දැන් අද recording එක බලන්න වෙන්නේ. Right? Okay. Okay, people. So thank you very much. I'm going to end the session from here. Right? I'll see you on next week. Okay, everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.